Hey guys, welcome to the video. So this is a members only quick kind of like a market update for today. My thoughts about the markets. Okay, so right now if you look at the price here, Ethereum's price, we are in the bear market relative to 2021, right? So if you contrast the markets right here, you could see, okay, we are in the bear market, right? However, if you contrast, let me show you here. If you take the screenshot here, put it here, okay, let me show you here. We are actually we are going up like exponentially. Okay, look at this. Okay, so if this type, so let me show you. So if this type of growth, continues, we can, if this kind of a growth continues to the upside on years I think that just overall, the baseline, like the low point for Ethereum, will just get higher and higher and higher, right? But at the same time, the upside swings, these kind of like overvaluation swings, will get higher and higher and higher. So if you look at the chart here, it doesn't show here, but you can, here's 6K, but this is only relative. Let me show you here. So think about right now, let's put like 100K here, okay? Because this is how I'm investing. A lot of people, for example, if you look at the markets right now, or you go to Twitter, people are literally going to TradingView or some of these other trading platforms and drawing fucking lines on the chart. What the fuck are you, what the fuck is that? That's so short term. Think about how short term that is. You are looking at like 24-hour chart and drawing lines. I'm here, I don't care. I don't care what the price does in 24 hours. I'm here for if I can hold Ethereum for 20 years, guys, if we can hold Ethereum for 20 years, if it's that good of an investment, you will basically have a statue of me in your fucking mansion in that then. You know what I'm saying? If this turns out to be that kind of play, it's going to get wild. And remember, this is the foundational pick of the portfolio. Ethereum is the foundational pick of the portfolio. Okay. And on that we will add, if you're part of the golden portfolio membership, you see that the 50% of the I want to keep 50% of the portfolio ETH, and others blue chip DeFi tokens, number ones in the space, real use case adoption, and real user adoption, solving a massive problem, and all cash flow. So that's what I'm buying right now, and I'm diversifying as we roll deeper into the bear market, which I'll talk in a second here. Okay, so right now I don't care what the price is. If the prices go up, right, I can buy more, and if the prices go down, I can buy more. Right now I was just looking at the portfolio, like the average buy on Ethereum, and right now my average buy on Ethereum, the average cost on Ethereum is 1.5k. Okay, so if in a 5, 10, 20 years, if it's possible, of course you can make in next bull run, there's possible, if I think that everything will get overvalued, and if you buy here, you can flip it for 10x at least, in my opinion, in the next bull run. But if you look at long term, the gains will be astronomical if this plays out like I think that it will play out for Ethereum. Okay, so a lot of people draw the lines and look at the, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm here, like I've been telling you, I'm here for hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't fucking care. I don't care about 300k. I don't care about, what I'm saying? Of course you want, and we are going to get to those, numbers, but just, I want you guys to start thinking bigger. All of the high performance people, just think bigger, just think bigger. And a lot of people just look at the chart and look okay, what it can be in 1 year or something like that. I don't fucking care. I just buy it. Because in 10 years, the potential is just incredible. If you look at here, because we have not even started yet. Okay, look how small this last, in 2017 the bull run looked compared to this new bull run. Back then, this was the most astronomical pump ever, and now, right now, we are here. Like, this is way bigger, and I believe that the next one is going to be even way bigger. You know why? Because when I don't think that the bull run comes right now. The probability of having a bull run right now is pretty low. If you look at the inflation rate, got a little bit down, but it doesn't mean that the prices start going down. It means that the prices go down a little. So it doesn't mean, so the prices still go up, on everything, and the prices just go a little bit slower up. Everything is going to get more expensive on your living. Like all your mobile, everything that you are currently paying will get more expensive with this inflation right now. Okay, just know that. Okay. So with that being said, what the Fed is doing right now, they are tightening the money supply. They want to get the excess cash out of people's pockets, meaning people who, for example, who still hold like assets, if for example some people have cars and houses or stuff like that they didn't really need, they're going to squeeze that freaking liquidity out of them to get that cash out of the system. And same thing with NFTs and other stuff like that. So that's what they are doing right now. So with that being said, I think that we have a real case here that we might have a longer bear market and just like brutal bear market, which is fucking crazy. If that happens, guys, I mean, jeez, the next bull run, I'm going to stack up on these blue chip assets like so hard. It's going to be, I'm just crying and buying, because I'm crying out of joy, by the way. Anyway, so right now, so we are here. So this is 2017, and here's kind of like 2021, right? And we are right now here, and this is only like, what is this, 5 years, something like that. But if you look at Ethereum, the real bull case here is that there's really no real world adoption, right? So for example, if you look at MakerDAO, they are expanding the real world asset collateral. That's freaking crazy. That's insane, guys. That is crazy good. That is crazy. So, by the way, I talk about that. I have started, like you can see, I have already started to create the month 3 presentation, and right now I'm creating the pro presentation for the pro tier, and in that I'm going to talk about real world assets and the DeFi 2023. It's going to be, guys, it's going to be crazy. It is crazy alpha there. Okay, so anyway, I'm so excited for that again. And by the way, if you still haven't looked at the month 2 presentation, it's just literally gold. Like, the information is ridiculous. And by the way, to add to that, right now, there's a couple of things I want to tell you about Ethereum right now. Is that, first of all, I forgot to mention, when now as Ethereum moves from proof of work to proof of stake, by the way, the last testnet was successful, and the merge is going to launch September 15th, so basically in a month. Okay, so it's going to be very interesting to what's going to happen, but the real thing here is that now as the merge happens, it allows more upgrades to Ethereum. Guys, it allows more upgrades to Ethereum. It's fucking crazy long term. Like, long term, the move from proof of work to proof of stake is just ridiculous. People here are currently looking at the price action, what it's going to do in the short term, like in the next month. Like, yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, we could have run up or down. I don't care. I don't really care. In years, with the proof of stake system, the Ethereum Foundation can do such crazy, new upgrades on Ethereum. It's just insane. And these guys, by the way, these guys are the best out there. The Ethereum team. So with that being said, what they are truly right now looking into is scalability, of course. Scalability is a huge thing, and then there, are also other things, but that's their main focus after the proof of stake. And think about that. In the next proof, bull run, Ethereum will be scalable, in my opinion. That will be massive, in my opinion. That will be just massive. So with that being said, I was looking at this, token. Everybody knows Ethereum name service, right? Just boring, just plain old boring, right? Well, if you look at Ethereum name service, it has. So I was reading up the blog posts back from 2019 when it was first when you could first buy Ethereum name service, your domain, and it was NFT. Look at here, the daily fees were like 4,000 a day. like very low fees, right? But look how the volume has been scaling up over time. And right now we are still in the bear market, and it's racking still $100,000 a day. So I was looking like, where the fuck is this money going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck is the money going? And you can see here. So it's a then registration fees are paid to the DAO treasury. So how it works is that for every year you rent the name, and it pays like $5 in Ethereum or something like that, and the money goes to DAO treasury that uses the the governance. So the token is governance token, and what happens with the money, the Ethereum name service, government who owns the token will decide it again. So DAO, this digital organization. So that is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. I'm looking into it, but I don't know. It's kind of like it's a non-profit organization, kind of like that's the vibe behind it. However, think about it. If Ethereum becomes a blue chip, right? What I think that it will, the name service. And by the way, what the name service does is that, for example, if you have like Ethereum address, like blah blah, you have the numbers and letters and everything there, but right now you could have just like ens.eth, and then you can use that as your Web3 address, so it's more readable. So that's what it does, and that's people are using it a lot. So everybody basically who is big on Ethereum has ENS name, right? So with that being said, every fucking year, it's going to get that money. It's a recurring service that people are using every day. I mean, it is a big deal. It is a big deal, and it's scaling up. It is scaling up. I don't know why no one else is speaking about this, but I've been looking into this, guys, and I was first of all, I was like, I think that I found some crazy alpha here, but at the same time, no one knows what's going to happen with the protocol, right? So because if the project grows, there's possible that it could pay dividends for its governance tokens holders, right? It's possible, and if that happens, it could be literally like same type of play like Coca-Cola. Like it's kind of like a kind of like leverage play on Ethereum doing well, but at the same time, it's like it's Ethereum name service. It's like to the core, it could have massive upside potential, but it's so like So I'm looking in this. I'm probably I don't know if I'm going to buy the token. I'm looking into it, but it looks great. And if I think we're going to have a more bear market, so I probably at some point will allocate some kind of capital to this, just like to, because it's a great one. It's great one. But I'm looking into it, and we will see. Probably I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but when I do, I will let you guys know, of course. Okay, so so with that being said, with all the hype, with all the stuff, everybody's screaming, looking at the charts, drawing cup and handle pattern. That's a great one. Cup and handle. Like, you go think about, you go to the fuck. It's same thing as reading tarot cards. You can't see shit there, Of course, yeah. You can stop. Yeah, you can. Of course, I'm saying. So everything has its ups and downs. Okay, everything has, so it's a yin and yang. So there's some trade, you can make crazy money with trading, but at the same time, there's so much like bad stuff about it. If you really want to trade, like trade, you have to sit in front of a computer for years and years and years to learn it, and then they execute the trades. So you can never scale out of it, and it's very hard. You have to be fucking genius to do it if you want to do also with algorithmic and stuff like that. I know a couple of not like this kind of like I got mentored by his NASA scientist, and he did it with like kind of like hedge funds, like low time frame, but he's so smart and he could do it. But even though he at some point he might make crazy money, but he scaled out of it because it's just so fucking consuming. So because I don't like to look at charts every day, I don't like it. So what I do is Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. It's the lazy way. Like I'm telling you, it's the lazy way. You high quality assets, great protocols for a great price, fair price, right? All cash flow, leaders in the space. Stack them up, and if the thesis is right, within the years it will pay back. And by the way, I don't care if I, for example, buy Ethereum right now here and it goes here and right now I'm underwater. I don't care because I just buy more here because you know why? Because I have the like my investment thesis is I like it. I think that in the next 5 years it's going to go up so much that it's incredible. So I want it to go down here. I buy even more. I just deploy crazy capital here, you know, and then it just starts to go up. Here I start to take profits, you know. So that's what I'm going to do, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, if you don't, if you have to rewire. It's fun if you rewire your brain to, for it. It's going to be fun if you rewire your brain for it and reframe kind of it. But that's another talk. And also, so yeah, so one point of value investing where I want to leave this video here is that, I highly recommend you to buy the book and read the book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's like the Bible of, value investing. And, so one of the favorite quotes that I have from Benjamin Graham, but basically, it's a one-liner that, explains the value investing. So on the short term, the market is a voting machine. So people vote with their wallets, right? You can see Cardano here. For example, Cardano, the fees that Cardano is getting right now. Look at these guys. And now look at Ethereum Classic is making $269 a day with fees, which literally means that no one is using it. No one's paying money to use it, but it's still ranked 19 and its market cap is fucking insane. Okay? So this just shows how irrational the markets are. So with that being said, so in short term, the market is voting machine. So people just vote, okay? People just vote. But on the long term, it's weighing machine. So the shit goes to the bottom and the gold, the flame will purify and only the gold will be left here. So when you come here later on, only the gold will come here to the top. Right now, I believe it's just voting machine right now. We have so much shit here that it's ridiculous. But people have different kind of values. And I was reading the book of the psychology of money. So if you look at, for example, our generation, we see cryptocurrencies going up. So we are more inclined to buy cryptocurrencies as investments. Okay, but if we see, for example, some generation didn't see stocks went down for when they were in their 20s to the 40s, that stocks everything went down. They never got that habit of investing into that asset class, because it's all about how what time we live our lives in, which kind of determines the view of the investment vehicles. I hope that you understand that. Read The Psychology of Money. It's very, very good, very great. It's a great book. All of the multimillionaires and billionaires are recommending it, so one should read that. So with that being said, yeah, everybody has a different kind of like way of looking at investing. For example, some people, who are like very, very broke and they don't have education and they don't have kind of way out of the 9 to 5, those type of people buy lottery tickets because that's kind of like their only way they can see coming out of the ashes, which is stupid. Like, it's just stupid. The probability of winning lottery, it's just stupid. You don't even want to get money that fast because it's in the long term it's stupid. In a short term and long term it's stupid. But people still do it because it's how they view the purchase, right? So right now we can see people buying Shiba Inu and these type of tokens because they view it as a kind of like a lottery. Like that's the like that they don't have the the education of understanding the blockchain industry and understanding long-term investing and understanding the different like nuances of investing and just making money. So they rather just deny it and just buy some these kind of like penny stocks, so and by the way, Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett talks about that markets can be irrational for a very, very long time. Okay, let me show you here. So tulip craze. Okay, so it was in Holland. So one of my subscribers, I don't want to say names, but he's from Netherlands. And I was just checking out Netherlands. There's tons of tulips there. But you can see that the Dutch tulip bulb market bubble, also known as tulip mania, was one of the most famous market bubbles and crashes of all time. You know, think about it. People were buying fucking tulips. You know, it's crazy. It's just stupid. And this has repeated over and over and over again. So, like I said, Warren Buffett says, and you know, in the long term, it's or not Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham, number one value investor, basically. You know, where he was, and you know, but you know, so in a short term, the market is a voting machine, but in the long term, it's a weighing machine. You can see here in the short term, people voted with their wallets. People went crazy with this shit. They bought tulips for so. Look at here, the price went crazy, and then it went to freaking zero in just like in like a week. Okay, so you can see here, kind of like November, from November to May. Yeah, it was a short. You know, look and see. Look, it's crazy. So it can be irrational for a long time. So the best thing here, what I have found, is just try to understand what is happening here. What I like to invest is in ethical stuff, like I talked about in the membership, investing in GMX. But then I pulled the money out because it's not ethical, you know. And then there's also other things happening right now. So if you think about, like, now as GMX is earning some fees, I was reading the white paper of this protocol yesterday. So now as it's earning fees in wrapped Ethereum, there's this thing called real. So some actually one of the subscribers sent me some kind of Substack newsletter, and throughout that I like looked at Umami, and then I went to read the white paper of Umami. I looked in the project. So this is on Arbitrum layer 2 Ethereum, and this kind of like piggybacks of GMX staking rewards. It's very complicated. Like, it's like it has so many. It's same thing as like helicopter, in my opinion. Like helicopters, helicopters crash all the time because there's so many moving parts. If you know, so you want to, so there's so many ways that this protocol can broke. So and it's so new, so I'm not going to invest in these kind of protocols. You know, but anyway, so that's beyond the video. I just want to show you that. But you know, the point of this is that I want to invest in protocols that make the world a better place. If you look at layer 1 Ethereum, secure, decentralized layer 1, where you can build on top of it permissionless decentralized protocols that allow, you know, get out of this kind of like centralized way of the world right now. Which I think that it will win. Decentralization will win, and betting money on it, on the leaders right now, and watching this space and learning is just, in my opinion, it's very, very smart. We are on the cutting edge, guys. Okay, so just know that we are on the, you know, uncharted waters here, and you know, a lot of people can't do this. So you are, you know, you're in a sense, you have tons of energy and you're brave. So I like that. I'm also like that. So, you know, and you know, all the gains and everything that we want in life is always, by the way, where we fear to go. You know, I know that you have probably, you know, witnessed this, but you know, whenever you do things that you kind of like don't want to do, that's where the growth happens. So, for example, because you know, when you go off your comfort zone, that's where the growth happens. So I know that some of these protocols, these are very, like MakerDAO, for example, it's very hard to wrap head around these things, but it's so worth it, because if it's hard to do, there's big payout for it. First of all, it's going to solve a massive problem, and it's completely new, so you're ahead of the trend, and also other people don't want to put in the work. So right now, if you're young, right? So you have a lot of energy to do it. So you want to do it right now, okay? Because in the later parts of your life, like 40s, I talked about this with this one dude who basically has on Instagram. He has, I don't even know. He has this company I believe it's in France. He's like he has so much money, it's ridiculous, and he basically doesn't even. He just lives the lifestyle, right? So I want that kind of life. So I don't want to trade, right? I just want to buy and hold and live the lifestyle, right? And it's 100% possible, but what I have learned from my mentors, it takes longer than you actually think. And by the way, I learned also, I've been using this strategy myself. So whenever you, for example, if you so big companies hire like this. So they hire for 18 months, okay? And they test for 18 months, because for 18 months it's very hard to kind of like fake out, because some people, if you look at psychology and the game theory, some people fake out, like fake their personality or fake these different things. But for 18 months is sweet spot where it's very hard to fake that much. So for example, with my girlfriend right now, for the first 18 months I was just chilling, I didn't even care, I was just with her, right? And then I saw her true sides, all of them. And I think that that's great, because same thing with investing. So give it a time. Usually it takes 18 months, what I learned from my multimillionaire mentors, 18 months to get kind of the results. It's going to take longer than you think. So that's why I always say patient, committed and consistent, because you are going to get the results. And I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. All of this could go to zero, and you know that, right? So I'm just showing you what I'm doing, because I'm not qualified to that, because I don't have the paper, the legal. So I can't do that, So anything I say is, it's not a financial advisor. It's just, I'm just rambling here and showing you like what I'm doing, right? But all of my like data that I share with you is backed by things that I have learned from the best world leaders, right? So that's why I think that it's very valuable, because I'm giving you the condensed information in condensed way, for people to understand it, because it took me years to like understand all the there's so many like these kind of like doctors use these kind of like hard words. There's same thing with blockchains. It's just these hard words, but if you strip down the hard words, it's basic. It's the same fundamentals in life and everything, basically. Anyway, and yeah. So anyway, but yesterday I was studying theory of relativity, from like by Einstein. I don't know how to say it, but now I finally understand it. It took me literally like years. Like first I read a little bit about it, and then I read more, and then I read the biography of Einstein and stuff like that, and now I kind of like wrap my head around it. And it's astonishing like how the laws of physics are great frameworks that you can also use in investing, because they apply everywhere. For example, for every action there's opposite and equal reaction, and you can see that manifest in the charts here. Okay, for example here, or let's look at the Ethereum here. Well, here you can see if it goes up, it will go down, or here you can see if it goes up, it will go down, and that's how everything works. So but anyway, so that's what I'm just rambling here right now. If you like this kind of, by the way, what I'm rambling right now, if you like this kind of talk, let me know via email. Or if you like to see a shorter videos, because I'm trying to like but I'm doing this for you guys, and also I want, at the same time, it's like I want to communicate here. So love to have your ideas. And by the way, yeah, you send me stuff via email if you find something or something like that I can cover in these videos if you like. And let's get it. Stay long term, stay consistent, stay patient, and I'm not the financial advisor. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and let's go. Peace out.